It's recording now. Whiteboard is ready for everyone? Okay, literal equation. Literal equation is easy, but it's confusing. It's tricky. Let me explain why. So you are super familiar with this kind of equation. 2x plus 3 equals 5. You subtracting 3, 2x. Okay. You move 3 to the right-hand side, 5 minus 3, is 2. And finally, divided by 2, both sides. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And this is the final answer. Are you familiar with this? You know that. I suppose you know very well this. What is the new thing now? Literal. Literal means letter. New variable. So we have equation that involve several variables. And you need to solve it. Suppose. One little bit stupid example is 2a plus b equals c. And you put here semicolon or no semicolon, whatever you want, semicolon or 4, 8. What mean that for a? Okay, you need to do something to isolate a. It's similar to this. You solve for x because it's the only letter that we have in the equation. But in this case, we have several, A, B, C, and you move something to isolate. You apply, guys, exactly the same under the consideration that BC is a number, a no variable. So you subtracting, you move B to the right-hand side, C minus B, no? And finally, divided by 2 both sides, and A is equal C minus B over 2. And that's it. This is the answer. And who is C minus B? I have no idea. It's C minus B. And leave it like that. So you consider it, you have equation that contain several variables, and you need to specification exactly one variable. Okay? Entonces you solve for A or solve for the specification. Okay, maybe you ask by yourself, bueno, professor, I understand, because it's not too bad. But what is the application of this stupid thing? No, wait. The application, for example, let me try to apply this in the famous formula. So we apply in chemistry, we apply in physics, in biology, in some science in which you have formulas and you need to manipulate the formulas. For example, this formula I want to write now represent the formula that state the relationship between temperature. Temperature C represents Celsius degree and F represent the Fahrenheit degree. This is the formula. When you plug it in the formula here, Celsius degree, you obtain Fahrenheit degree. But suppose I want to find the opposite formula, so in opposite direction. Not like that. In this formula, we have Celsius degree, and we get, when you manipulate, plugging in into the formula, Fahrenheit degree. But I need the opposite direction. Opposite direction. What is the formula, professor? Well, okay, let's do it. Okay, you solve for X. So solve for C. C is the variable I want to isolate. So you move 32 to the left. Now, to isolate the C, the classical way is you multiply the entire equation by the reciprocal. Reciprocal, flip that number, 5 over 9. Why I did that? Because when you multiply any number, 9 over 5, time is reciprocal. The answer is 1. 9, sorry, here. The answer is 1, no? Because 9 times 5, 45. And 9 times 5, 45. 45 divided by itself is 1. So this is magic. This cancels. This destroy each other, endorse each other. And the final answer is 5 over 9. Parentheses, where you multiply everything by 5 over 9. Fahrenheit degree minus 32. Wow. And this is the formula that state the relationship between, in this case, in opposite direction. You plug in Fahrenheit degree and give me Celsius degree. Clear or confusing? This is like a motivation, no? Example and introduction to the new topic. Do you understand the idea or totally lost?
I understand the idea, but the material that you send via email
Huh?
is which number?
No. This is the, you know, when I try to explain something,
Mhm.
I explain first a theoretical example, no? Introduction. Now let's move on directly to the number one. Okay?
From the email that you sent, that
Absolutely.
is number 6.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Number six. And number six. But I do intentionally, you know? Okay, let's move on to number one. I redo again number six. Yes, you are right. Good for you. Okay, it's a capital A is equal 1/2 B H and so for B. Ooh, this is a classical formula in geometry. In geometry, okay, is basically, let me recall your memory, is about area of the triangle. We have triangle, not necessarily right triangle, but it's okay, right triangle. And the area, I guess, this R area is equal the multiplication of the base, que es B, and the height, que es H, and divided by, multiplied by half. This is the formula in geometry that give me the area. This is the area of triangle. Okay, entonces I want to manipulate in order to isolate B. Okay, let's do it. This is super easy because let me copy here. 1/2 BH. If you want to isolate B, you multiply by reciprocal. Reciprocal is 2/H. Okay, I have 2 in the bottom. I put 2 in the top. Reciprocal. H in the top. I put H in the bottom. And likewise, in the left hand side, I do exactly the same idea. Multiplication 2/H. And only 2 doesn't affect, of course, my equation. Now magically, this is gone, this and this, and stay only alive B. And the right hand side, we have 2/H. You remove the parentheses. Why not? Multiplication. This is A. A you consider like a whole number, you know? And this denominator is 1. Entonces 2 times A is 2A. And H times 1 is H. And this is my final answer que corresponde with the option. Let me select the option. What is the correct option, guys? 2A/H. See, no? Any question? Everyone follow me or no? No? Or you
Hold
are...
on. Hold on. Let me think. So the answer for number 1, is it A, B, or C, or D? That's what we're looking for.
It's the multiple choice, no? You solve it,
Yes.
you solve the problem and you select the option that you consider correct. In this case, the
So
correct option.
the answer is A, as in apple.
No, the answer is C, as a coconut.
Okay. Okay.
Super. Any
Professor,
question, guy?
Professor,
Please.
I didn't understand how
What part?
isolate
Help me.
how you isolate we want to solve for B, right? So we need to isolate to the P.
Exactly.
Yes, Professor. But I didn't understand the second. The you did the first part. The second part I didn't understand.
Let me try to do a step by step. Look, A is equal 1/2 B and H. My goal means exactly you say is do something to isolate B. Because I need to remove somehow this 1/2 and this H. Correct?
Correct, Professor.
How you remove? There are several ways. One way, let's do it step by step. This 1/2, if you multiply by 2 both sides, is 2A over 1, okay, 1 is invisible, you know. And 1/2 and 2 is cancelled because 1/2 times 2 over 1 is just 1. It's the classical multiplication. Any number time is reciprocal. Entonces we have so far BH. Now I need to solve for B. I need to remove H. And you multiply again by reciprocal. What is the reciprocal? H. 1/H. 1 over h, both sides. So this is canceled, again, by the same property, no? Multiply any variable number by its reciprocal, the answer is 1. Stay only b alive. And here we have 2a over h, because 1 times 2 is 2, a I bring down, and h I bring down. And this is the same answer. The problem was, miss, que to do fast, I am doing in only one step. So I realize what is the guy I need to remove. I need to remove 1/2. I need to remove h. What is the reciprocal of the expression 1/2 h? Well, this is equivalent to say h over 2. And the reciprocal is 2 over h. Flip it. And you multiply 2 over h here and 2 over h here. Magically, everything is gone. Stay only b. And in the right-hand side, in the left-hand side, sorry, is 2a over h. More clear now, miss?
Yes, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. It's important that you understand because this chapter is hard. Okay? So don't hesitate to ask me any question. Let's move on to number 2. Capital S is equal to pi. And pi is a number, it's a constant, mathematical constant. RH. Hey, noise. Who is to make a noise? Okay, thank you. RH plus 2 pi r squared. This is the formula for the surface area. This is not important. This is a formula. When you use it in science, one specific formula, this formula corresponds with one real life situation, no? But in this case, is a surface area of the cylinder. Circular cylinder. The surface area is the material, no? You see, I find how much material I need to using to build the can for the Coca-Cola, maybe, right? To say you need to solve for h. Okay, because I need to do something to isolate h. This is my new interesting variable. And the rest we consider like a constant or like a numerical value. Entonces in this case, it's a little bit different, not reciprocal anymore because it's plus and minus. So you subtract them. S minus 2 pi r squared. I move to the left. And finally, to isolate h, you divide both sides by 2 pi r, que is the part I want to remove. 2 pi r. Therefore, in the right-hand side, stay alive, only h. This and this is canceled. This is the intention. In the left-hand side, we have s minus 2 pi r squared divided by 2 pi r squared. Let me see what option matching s minus 2 pi squared divided by only 2 pi. 2 pi. This is not square. I make a mistake here. This is not square. Look, this is r. Again, it's the option D, no? The option. The option. Do you get the idea, or is very? I know the idea is no big deal. It's not super sophisticated, but it's weird. I understand because you manipulate. Wow, several variables, a lot of letters. Entonces confuses si es multiplication, si es division, si es addition, si es subtraction. But we use exactly the same procedure que we are using in the another equation, que is more clear, que is a combination variable, only one variable and numbers. Miss, everything okay? Everything okay, guys?
My question was on the pi. Do we have to go
pi is a number. Pi is a number. Pi is a famous. Yeah, pi is a mathematical constant que es approximately 3.14159. This is irrational number. This is famous irrational number. If you want to know, this is geometry idea. And the circle, okay, so you want to find the area of the circle, the formula is pi r squared, and r represents the radius of the circle. This is the most important mathematical constant, que es irrational number. Pero no, you consider like a pi, that's it. Pi is a Greek letter, pi. Greek. Alphabetic Greek letter. There are a lot of Greek letters that represent irrational number. This is your question, or you have another idea?
Thank you. Thank you. I'll go to my tutor and, you know, he'll clear it up.
Okay. Okay. Number 3, volume. This is a volume. Volume of the cone. 1/3 capital B H. This is a formula in geometry again of the volume of the cone, circular cone, like that. Okay. This is the area for the base, capital B, and this is the height, case H. And volume is a space inside the cone, is, you know, liter of the water, no, or the ice cream, whatever you want.
Sorry, what's the B?
What? B. You have to B. B is a volume. Volume. Volume is a capacity.
Yes.
Liter capacity. It's a amount of liquid is impossible inside this container.
The question is B like boy. What is the B like?
B is the base. This is the base. The area for the base of the cone. Area of the base of the cone. But you can ask to the tutor this, no? That's it.
Yes.
I don't like this. Okay? I am your teacher. I try to teach you. But if you cannot or you don't want, okay? It's your problem. Okay? So this comment is totally irrelevant here. I want you ask me about mathematics. Okay, entonces you solve for B. Oh, as a boy. Okay, entonces this is my interesting variable, capital B. Okay, I copy again. B is equal 1/3 BH. Entonces, this is the variable I want to isolate. The rest I need to remove. What is the reciprocal? In this case, 3/1.
It's 3, no?
It's 3. Oh, very well. It's just 3. Don't necessarily put over 1. It's just 3. 3. And the reciprocal H is H. So you multiply intentionally both sides by 3/H. Because my intention is remove 1/3 and 3 and H and 1/H. Entonces stay alive, only B, que es my variable that I want to isolate. In the left-hand side, we have 3B/H. Okay, this is my final answer. I'm closing the box. Now selection, what you consider is the best option. The best option is obvious que is C. Any question?
Professor, I have a question. We can do this in another form. For example, we can pass the H to multiply V, but no.
Yes, very well. Let me explain her way. 3B no. Let me copy the original. Yes, it's a one-way means maybe you see before in your life. B is equal 1/3 BH. She say, well, you pass these 3, multiply to the other side. Now you pass this H divided by the other side. Fantastic. Final answer. Same idea. So you understand much better that way, using that way.
Yes, Professor. This way it's easier for me.
Yeah, I like
Thank
that.
You. You like? Okay, me too. But I want to explain the formal mathematical way. But it's okay. It's okay. Either way. Okay, let's move on to number 4. So you have no question? Question number 4, a physical equation. This is it's a little bit complicated. To explain is I, capital I, represent a current, electric current, and capital E over NR plus capital R. I need to solve for M. This is more complicated for M. So I need to manipulate this equation. This is M. This is M. This is a typical physical formula, state relationship between the electric current. I represent electric current, and the E represent the voltage of the battery, and R represent the resistance. I need to manipulate. Okay. Let's do it in that way. And the way that she suggests me. Suppose that this entire expression, I move to the left, multiply, like that. I, parenthesis, and R plus R equal ME. Okay, do you understand this manipulation? I move magically this, multiply to this side, or this side. Doesn't matter what the position. Now, my goal, remember, is solve for M. And we have here and here. Wow. So you apply distributive property because I want to remove the parentheses. Entonces, I N R plus I R equal N times capital E. Entonces now my goal is do something in order to express M in the same side. Entonces IR stay here. I just bring down NE minus, I move this to the other side, is INR. Okay, this is the manipulation. I try to do something in order to express M, que is my interesting variable, in the same side. Now I factor out. I can see that M is common factor, factorization, factor out. Open new parenthesis. Factor out is the opposite operation of distributive property. In the distributive property, you remove the parenthesis. In the factorization, no, you condensing. Entonces es I minus IR. Okay, I factor out. I see that N is common factor. Look, I factor out. I put it inside. See, you apply distributive property again. Okay, I don't want to do that. We come back at the beginning. Pero no, I don't want. Finally, if you want to isolate R, you move the expression E minus IR dividing to the other side. Let's see what. Okay, I don't know exactly. See, okay, when you manipulate, you obtain one expression, okay, is correct. However, it doesn't match it 100% with the choice that we have. However, is equivalent. Look, the expression B. The expression B is negative. The expression B, no. The expression B, sorry, yeah. The expression B is negative IR divided by IR minus E, no? Que is perfectly equivalent to this because I don't know why somebody multiplication by -1 here and by -1 here. Si es -1, entonces this becomes negative. If it's -1, change the sign of this, entonces E is negative and IR become positive. Pero this is expression que es equivalent to this. Okay, in algebra, when you do something in algebra, you don't expect 100% you get exactly the same solution of the solution that you have, for example, in the back of the book, because some students, different like you, manipulate a little bit different, but it's equivalent. Equivalent means que es different shape, different, pero es equivalent. Matemática is the same. Entonces, this is the option B, no? Option, you see? Yeah, B is the correct answer. This is more complicated. I understand. Sorry, but this is the intermediate algebra, no? Okay. Any question?
Yeah, Professor.
Go ahead. I don't hear you.
Okay, Professor, I have a question about this topic. This topic is just to isolate the formulas, or we have more?
No, 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 no. We have more. This is just the beginning, miss. Okay,
Oh,
so one can explain, for example, the first part is this. The second part is in compound inequality. The third part is solution for the linear system of equations. It's a little bit complicated.
oh my God.
Oh my God. And the last part is solution for the inequality in 2 dimensions. So this chapter is very, very hard. You need to work. So we are the team. We're working together. Don't hesitate to ask me any question. But mathematical question, you email me, Professor Sue for me, the question. You take a screenshot and Alex, and you send me the problem. I send to you, I reply back the solution. Okay? This is the way to study. Unfortunately, guys, this is the online class. It's remotely. I want to be in front of you, face to face. Because in one board I explain in detail this, using my hand, using my arms, using uh, my own words. But it's clear. This is remotely is hard. I know. But okay, this is advantage and disadvantage of the online class. Always exist the online class, but in the pandemic condition is mandatory. You need to adapt to this. You have new situations. You will be able to adapt to the new situation. You are strong. If you don't adapt, you are weak and you fail. Okay? It's okay, miss?
It's okay, thank you.
Very sure. Number 5. Number 5, piece of A. Number 5. Come on, come on. I don't hear very well you, mister.
Yeah, whatchamacallit? What did you do with all your ends? I couldn't really understand that.
What is your point? What is your interpretation? M, you say? What is the what?
What did you do with your ends? Yeah, I'm confused on that. With the one before that. The IR equals NE minus INR equals N. What did you do with all of them? Where did they go?
Let me try to understand. Do you understand this line or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very well. You understand this line?
No, I understand that, but where did they go after the 4? Like
After
how
the
what?
yeah. Got it. Yeah, I got it. I got the question. Well, this is my answer. Guess correct. However, they are not matching 100% with the choice we have in the paper, no? But I realize that if you multiply the option B by -1 top and bottom, look, -1 top and bottom. This -1 means that this is negative and this -1 change the sign. E is positive, E is negative, sorry, and IR is positive. And then I prove somehow that this expression, that the option B, is equivalent to my correct answer. Super.
Yeah, I
Yes.
got it.
Got it. Super. Very well. Thank you.
So the answer is letter B.
B, absolutely. Let it be. Okay, number 5 is piece okay. Wow. Capital P is A plus B plus C. Wow, this is super elementary. And you need to solve for A. Okay, entonces subtraction. P, subtraction B, subtraction C. Minus B minus C equal A. End the story. End the story. What option you consider gets correct, guys? What option you consider gets correct, guys? Do you have the document or no? You don't see the document right now, no? B. All right. B. Excellent. Entonces, let's go to 6K. We did before in the motivation example, but I want to do a little bit different. 9 C. No, in this case, no. Plus 32. Let's do it in both directions. So this is a formula in physics or chemistry que state the relationship between Celsius degree to Fahrenheit degree temperature. Okay, but you plug it in here, C, and you get F. So F is totally isolated. I want to find in opposite direction. So the formula que when you plug it in Fahrenheit degree, give me Celsius degree. ¿No? Entonces es solve for C. You subtract 32. Okay. And see, if we are doing in the way que she like, you multiply by 5, and we are doing step by step. 5 F minus 32 is equal to 9C. I move this 5 multiplication here, but multiplication whole thing, and to indicate the whole thing, you put the parenthesis. Because you put the 5 here, it's wrong. Okay? Now, finally, divided by 9. Entonces, 5 paréntesis F minus 32 divided by 9 equals C. I try to find. In your opinion, what is the option that matching perfectly? In your opinion, what is the option that matching perfectly? A, B, C, or D? Look at the order of operation. You subtracting 32. So you have temperature in Fahrenheit degree. You subtracting 32. Multiplication by 5 and divided by 9. Or another way to see is Fahrenheit degree minus 32. This is the first operation you should do, a multiplication by 5 over 9, que is a fraction, que represent 5 in the top, 9 in the bottom. And you get the Celsius degree temperature. This is the formula. Que es obvio que corresponde with the option C, ¿no?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, Miss. Let me explain in my way. I know that you like your way, but advantage and disadvantage. Look, in this step, que es F minus 32 equal 9 over 5, C. Entonces, I realize que I need to remove this. Okay. And multiplication by reciprocal 5 over 9, both sides. Now you have 5 over 9, parenthesis, F minus 32 equals C, because this is the one number, this is reciprocal. Yeah, I know that the multiplication is 1, and 1 is invisible factor. And we get exactly the same formula. Do you see advantage and disadvantage?
Yes, Professor. This exercise, your way
you make a decision the way you like. Okay? You bring 5 first and bring 9 secondly. Okay? Or you move both simultaneously in one shot. Okay?
Yes, Professor, you're right. In your way is easier in this exercise.
No. I respect anyway. Number 7, let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is, again, is the area. It's a geometry problem. 1/2 H, parenthesis, B1, B2. B1 plus B2. Okay, this is the geometry. This is totally irrelevant, but I want to explain something. No? This is a trapezoid. Trapezoid is quadrilateral figure, like that. Trapezoid contains 2 bases. B1 is the B1, and B2 is the parallel, is the smaller. And the high is called H. And this is the formula that states the area. Area is the surface inside the trapezoid. Okay, but this is not important. The important is that you need to solve for B1. So solve for B1. Okay, entonces I need to do something to isolate B1. Okay, entonces now let's do it step by step. Well, in my opinion, let me copy again. B1, there are several ways to do that. In my opinion, I need to remove this part first. How? Multiplication by reciprocal. Reciprocal is 2 over h. We have 2 in the bottom, I put 2 in the top. H in the top, I put h in the bottom. 2 over h. Okay, so this is cancelled. This is 1. 2a over h is equal b1 plus b2. I solve for b1. Finally, I move b2 to the left. This is 2a over h minus b2 equal b1. And this is the final answer? No. Well, it's correct. This is correct. Okay, this is correct. But it's not elegant. Why no? Because normally the formula we condensing using the common denominator. Okay? The common denominator is obvious, que in this case is h. Okay, let me take advantage to explain the problem of the common denominator. No, you condensing the formula using the common denominator, you put h here. But we have no h here, we have 1. But the common denominator between h and 1 is h. H divided by h is 1, multiplication by 2a is 2a. It's obvious because it's the same, but in this case, no. In this case, b2 times h. Where come from this new h? What's the multiplication? H times b2. Oh, and this is expression, the new expression. Okay, suppose it's good. Here I try to find what expression matching is 2a minus hb2 divided by h. Is the option, in my opinion, B. You let me know, guys, I'm bad on the select. I'm doing well, I select bad. 2a minus b2h, it doesn't matter the order, it's not important because it's multiplication, no? Doesn't matter if it's hb2 or b2h, it's the same. Option B. Super. So that part is easy or is hard? That part is easy or is hard?
It's a little complicated.
It's hard.
I know. You are pessimistic or optimistic?
I don't really know.
Optimist. Optimist. We will
Look,
learn.
look. Absolutely. This is the idea. Look, listen to me. I teach in college algebra. College algebra is a little bit complicated. No, because this algebra that we take with me now is just manipulation. No, move to the other side, move. It's manipulation. It's a mechanical idea. But college algebra, no. College algebra is a little bit conceptual. And sometimes it's complicated to understand. And some people say, Professor, this is Chinese or Japanese? No, it's not Chinese, not Japanese. It's algebra. Entonces, what is the spirit? What is the idea? When you face one new idea, because I suppose that you graduate something, no? Entonces, you need to take not only this math, you take another more interesting and complicated subject, and you need to face the new concept, new idea, and you try to understand. End the story, right? So this is the spirit. But optimistic. I can do that. No, it's too hard for me because no. You never graduate. Okay? My goal is, in this case, solve for S. I need to remove R. But in this case, subtraction. A plus B minus R equal X. End the story. Option D, no? Wow. Do you see that some people don't understand very well the manipulation and some people try to division? No. See the operation que connecting S and R is plus. What is the inverse operation? Minus, subtraction. You put in the other side, subtraction. See, if suppose you have A plus B equal S times R, and then the inverse operation, in this case, time multiplication, is time, you divide. Okay? This is the thing. Si es plus and minus, si es multiplication is division. Si es division is multiplication, and si es subtraction is addition. Opposite operation in the other side. Okay? Number 9. Number 9 is, this is a famous formula in finance. This is a formula, guys. Stay the relationship between P represents the principal. P represents the principal. When you ask for loan, P represents the amount of some student. Now this is the time that some student.
Principal.
Principal. It's the money, no? That you ask for the bank. I want to buy a new car, or I want to buy a new car, new house. This is the, but you have no money, no? We have money, but no total money. So you ask for finance or a loan. This is the principal, it's the money, no? And A, capital A, represents the future value. So it's the money that you need to repay after when the loan is ending, no? And R is important, is the interest rate. And N represents the period. 30 years, 5 years. Okay, this is the finance. I promise that if you take algebra with me, we using that form, and another more complicated because the simple interest, another is compound interest. But don't worry. The most important is you solve for M. Okay, there are many ways to do this problem. One possibility is some people say, well, professor, I need to isolate M. This is the variable here. Well, to say I have the parenthesis, I don't feel comfortable with this parenthesis. Why not apply distributive property? We can. Not necessarily the same way, but you can. The capital A is equal to P times 1 is P, plus P and R. And this is my goal. Subtracting P, A minus P is equal P and R. Wow, finally, remove P and R because I want to isolate M. Entonces my formula is A minus P divided by PR is equal M. Let me see, P minus A minus P, o es the D option. Super clear? Now, this weekend, you spend doing the test 1. But after that, the Alex for the chapter 2 is waiting for you. Okay, this is the continuation, guys. We never stop. We finish test number 1 as soon as possible and start test number 2. Si you are delayed, you have accumulation of the material, entonces it's very, very difficult, very, very complicated for you. Okay, let's move on to the next topic inside the chapter 2, que es a compound inequality. Let me explain in detail compound inequality. Compound inequality. So in the first day today with me, we solving inequality, pero no compound. We solving only one inequality. In this case, we solving compound. Compound means we have 2. In general, more than 1, no, pero no 3. 2 inequality. You solving 2 inequality. And this inequality is connecting by one conjunction, que es and with or. So you need to understand very well the differences between or conjunction and conjunction in mathematics. Okay? What means and? And is intersection. What means intersection? Intersection is the common. Common element. Common element. Or common numbers. Okay, is the point or the value that is common in between 2 sets. And or is nice. Everyone understand very well or, because or is union. What is union? Union is put together without repetition. It's addition, plus. Okay? Suppose to understand one figure. This circle indicates one set. I want to call capital A. And this is another set I call capital B. I want to perform the intersection, A intersection B. This symbol is intersection in the set theory que es equivalent to AND. It's equivalent to AND. So what is the common element? The common element is that part. Look. This is AND. Because it's the point. When you pick one point here, look, you pick one arbitrary point. X belong to A, o sea, it's inside A, and also belong to B. And this is the idea, and common element. Suppose I pick one here. This belong to A, but not belong to B. Entonces, it don't belong to the intersection. Okay, repetition. And represent common element que share both set. In general, set, interval, porque es en inequality es interval. This is the idea for the AND. What is the idea for the OR? Or, let me try to do here. This is A, is a B, is A, is a B. Entonces, I want to do the union. Union is A, union B, like that. And union is both. O sea, belong, X belong to A or belong to B. Okay, so you pick here one value belong to A, satisfy this condition, but do not satisfy this condition. But I don't care because it's only one condition gets good is enough to satisfy this. And like Y here, one pick element Y belong to B, but do not belong to A. When it's OR, you need to satisfy only one condition. And I know I'm picky. You need to satisfy both. Si you fail one condition, no. So what is the shape of the OR? It's this. A or B, union, together. Suppose we have common element. Suppose we have common element. Like that. What is the union? Union is A, B, and A and B together. Everything is the union. This is the one approach to understand and OR. Do you understand or no?
Professor, I didn't understand very well the union.
Union is easy. Union is A, complete A, plus complete B. See, we have common element, you consider only one time. You consider only one time. Okay, suppose. Let's do it now using this stupid circle. Suppose one set is called A is 1, 2, 3. 3 elements. And suppose another set is B, que es 1, 2, and 5. I need to find A intersection B. I need to find A union B. Okay. Entonces, A intersection B, remember, es the common element. What is the common element que share A and B? I can see que es 1 and 2, no?
And
Clear or not clear? 1 and 2 is common element. 3 no. 3 belong to A, but not belong to B. 5 belong to B, but not belong to A. However, what is the union? Que es the part que you don't understand. You say you don't understand. Es both together. Es 1, es 2, pero no necessarily copy 1 and 2. No. It's not necessarily repetition. You copy 1 and 2, que es the common. And also, why not 3 and 5? More clear? More clear?
yes.
Union is, let me reinforce the idea. Union is this and this together without repetition, because have no sense to repeat one number, because it's the same. So you're thinking that the set or the interval is like a teams. Suppose the thing is María, José, Luis. It's the same que Luis, María, José. It's the same guys, no necessarily repetition. No. María, tú María. Bueno, you specification, last name, no, but no, it's the same. The same element inside the set. And what's the problem when you talk about interval? It's the same. This is my famous all real number line. Infinity negative, infinity positive. 0 in the middle. Suppose that we have one interval. Let me put in blue color. Que starting to the left. Like that. I copy here and not highlight directly in the number line because the final answer I want to highlight on the number line. So suppose one interval, que this interval, by the way, is x less than 2. And less than, look at the arrow, indicate to the left, is in that direction, no? And suppose another interval que start -1 here is to the right. Is to the right. This new interval is x greater than -1. Y I want to connecting the green interval and the blue interval using and. And remember, is the part that both intervals share. The common part is the interval in which both intervals overlap. Es obvio que in this case is in between. Let me use another color. In between -1 and positive. Okay? This is equivalent to say that x is in between -1 and positive. This is the idea for the intersection, the common element. Do you follow me or no?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Guy, the rest of the students that don't say anything, I suppose that you understand, no? So we have some special, confusing cases. Suppose, again, the number, only a number line, we have in 2 here, 1, 2. We have one interval que is suppose, que is like that. It's x greater than 2. Let me take advantage of this moment to say that sometimes we have, for example, when this equal, you use a bracket here. And Alex, I don't know why they're using this symbolic way, que is close and open, que is equivalent to say bracket or parenthesis. Personally, in the paper, I like that. Well, it doesn't matter. You use it either way. But I don't know why. Maybe in history, I prefer that way. So when it's equal, a bracket. When there's no equal, a parenthesis. Suppose equal, okay, bracket. And suppose that we have another interval in green color, que is from -1 again, but in opposite direction, like that. This is x less than or equal, bracket here, -1. Entonces I want to connecting green and blue using and. And remember, and is a common. So we connecting this guy and this guy using and conjunction. And represent the common element. And you can see, wow, this is no common. They are no common element. It's obvious that they are no common element. This interval never touch. This interval never overlap. And when the situation happens, we have no solution. No solution. And well, the way to indicate no solution in mathematics, we're using that symbol. Okay, that symbol look like 0, but actually it's not 0. It's a symbolic way to indicate empty set. Empty set. Empty set is a set that do not contain any element. Empty. Okay, this is symbolic way. When this situation happens, it's empty set. Do you understand very well and the inequality? Of course, guys, we move on to the package, no? But in this moment, I want to discuss in theoretical part. Introduction.
I don't understand the bracket, the parenthesis.
It's easy to understand. Look, any interval. This is 0. Suppose 1, 2. I don't know why I like 2. Suppose one interval in which, suppose in that direction. This interval, for example, do not include 2. The symbolic way graphically to indicate is using that symbol, empty, like that, o paréntesis. Either way. Entonces, cuando no incluye the endpoint, es paréntesis. When they include the endpoint, o sea, es x less than 2. When they include the endpoint in this example is 2. The way to indicate that is, let me do another number line with the same idea, but include, suppose 0, 1, 2, but in this case, include the endpoint, o sea, bracket, here, okay, the symbolic way is bracket 2, comma, infinity. And the interpretation is x, this is greater than, sorry, greater than or equal to. So in few words, when you in the interval include the endpoint bracket, and how do you know que include? Because it's equal. No equal, parenthesis. End the story. End question.
Okay.
Super. Okay, let's move on to the OR to illustrate at least one couple of examples of the OR before I start the package. Suppose that we have, again, the famous OR real number line. Infinity positive, infinity negative. And 0 in the middle. And we have one interval que is from 2, suppose 2, not include 2, to the right. Like that. This is the x less greater than 2. And we have another interval. Que is in negative 2, maybe. Negative 1, negative 2. This is a complete example, negative 2, but it's in the opposite direction. Here. It's x less than negative 2. No equal to parenthesis. But I want to connect in this and this using now or. Using now or. And remember, or means union. And union is put together without repetition. See, we have overlap, we consider it one time. But in this case, no, overline. So how you express the final answer? Well, the final answer using interval notation for the green part is from negative infinity, comma, negative 2, parenthesis, union, because the union is or, this symbol and this symbol is family, 2, comma, infinity. And this is my final answer. Express it in interval notation, que es the notation que frequently I ask you in the test. Clear? The difference between and or. And is intersection, common element, or no. Or is nice, it's addition, put together. Suppose we have repetition. How you can see the repetition? Suppose we have, again, wait. Suppose we have, again, the famous or real number line. This is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, negative 2. Suppose that my first interval is from negative 2, but in opposite direction. In opposite direction. Here. I don't highlight directly here because I want to union, and after when union, I put the final answer directly on the, this is a partial answer, no final answer. Now, in 2, I consider it in opposite direction, to the right. Okay, this blue interval is x less than 2. And this green interval is x greater than negative 2. I want to connect the x less than 2 or x less greater than negative 2. Entonces union. Wow, professor, I don't understand very well. The problem is using rainbow color. The first interval is this. We start from this to the left in that direction. And the second interval is this. you start from this again, pero to the right. Okay, I can see in the middle overlap, but I don't care the common. I care the union, and union is the sum, and the sum is obvious. It's obvious no. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's all real number because the union, this interval blue and this interval green together form the entire all real number line. Confusing? I understand it's confusing. Yes or no?
Professor, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yes, Professor. If it is the 2 until minus infinite and another one, that is why is the mind infinite. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Professor. If the first interval is the let me see, 2 until mine infinite, and the second one is mine 2 to infinite. That is why is mine infinite and infinite are the interval because it starts in mine infinite and it finishes in another infinite. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand.
Let me translate your idea in few words. Okay, the blue interval is from negative infinity to 2, correct?
Professor.
This is the blue bar, this. And the green part is, union. The green part is from negative 2 to positive infinity, correct? Correct?
Correct, Professor.
I prove graphically that this union is equal or real number because that part is this part. Okay, I highlight rainbow color. Look at that. That part. This is this. This is this. And that part is this. And together represent the entire all real number line. Is correct or no?
Yes, Professor. Thank you. I
I
understand.
know it's hard to see at the beginning, but no, don't worry. Maybe this is a special case. No, this is not the regular case. This is a special case. Okay, don't worry. Let's move on to the first example of the, I come back again to the package. Let's do in the question 10, no? The question 10. The question 10 say, the question 10 say, solve the inequality, give it the solution in set in both set, building notation, and graph. Okay. Let me explain it everything. Okay, this is given like that. Okay. X minus 1 less than 1. And X plus 3 greater than or equal to. Okay, so they want 3 answers. They want give the solution set in both. No, 2 answers. In set builder notation and graph. Okay. The compound inequality is super easy. You solve it separate. You temporarily ignore this word. And you focus on that problem and that problem separately. And you solve it. I move 2 to the other side. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, and we have one piece, no total piece, but one piece of the information. And here, you move 3 to the other side, it's negative 1. Okay? Now, in order to write the set builder notation, set builder notation, que is another notation, que you need to be familiar. Okay, I recommend, as always, do the graphic bar. This is my famous, okay, this is classical. In compound inequality solution, you end in graphically. This is 0 here, 1, 2, and negative 1. Here, negative 1. This first solution is from. Okay, entonces I recommend, strong recommend, doing the partial answer, not directly highlight in the number lines, we are doing in that direction. Okay, sorry. Let me use in blue color. And let me use in green color. This is greater than or equal to -1. Entonces it's in that direction. Important information. This is bracket and this is parenthesis. How do you know? Because in this part we have no equal sign, so the endpoint is not included inside the solution. And this point, yes, because it's equal. It's a bracket. Now you can see our interval is and. And is a common part. And then and is using rainbow color. Let me make it zoom to see more clear. What is the common part that both intervals share? It's obvious que es this. Okay? So when you write in set builder notation, you open this curly bracket. This is the notation. This is symbolic. Where you put the name of the variable. In our example is x. Okay, you put this symbol. This line indicates such that. And your specification, the interval. In this case, I know que es in between -1 here, que is the first endpoint, the lower endpoint, and the upper 2. Of course, no include 2, no equal to, and include -1, yes. And it's the answer that they want to know. Is -1 and 2, let me see, we have B, C, es obvio que es A option, the correct answer. Do you see or no? More clear now?
What is after that X?
Ese symbol. Okay, this is, mathematics have a lot of symbol. Okay, this is a line. This line is equivalent to say such that. Suppose that you don't remember such that. Suppose that you don't remember this stupid thing. No, it's not stupid, pero it's well, you put in English. You put X such that satisfy this condition. X in between -1 and +2. No include +2 and include -1. And this is our interval. Include -1 and do not include +2. Clear or confusing? Clear?
Got it.
Exactly the same I want to hear. Okay, let's move on to the number 11. 11 question. 11 say, it's the same objective. So basically they want, I don't know why, can you express the answer in two different ways, graphically and set builder notation. Okay, I respect that. So 0 less than 2x less than 8 or equal 8, sorry. This is another way to express it, compound inequality. This is equivalent. Look, let me show you. This is important. At least one time to say that. This is equivalent. Equivalent. Remember that symbol indicate equivalent, not equal. Equal is a more strong symbol indicate that this is exactly the same statement. You copy 2x less than or equal 8, is this statement. And you copy this statement, que es 0 less than 2x. And you connect it by and. Always by and. This is one way, and this is another way to express the same idea. So when you see one compound inequality que contain only one piece, like that, and no express and or, it's because default is and. So now, when you see okay, we have two pieces, well, it's obvious, two pieces, you need to express it, the conjunction and or. Okay, this is important to understand How you solving? You separate two? No. No. You working directly here. Divided by 2. Divided by 2. And divided by 2. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 2 is cancelled. This was the intention, and it's a 4. Entonces, the cell-building notation, yeah, formally, you open this curly bracket, you put a variable, you put such that symbol, or in English, whatever you want, and close the parentheses. The representation for this idea is negative infinity, positive infinity. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the interval is in between 0 and 4. And between 0 and 4, I highlight that part. Of course, do not include 0. No equal. Or include 4, bracket here. And Alex, I repeat again, in Alex, they're using different symbol because you need to be familiar either way. In Alex, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In Alex, we put here the circle open and the circle full. ¿Qué es equivalent? Circle open is equivalent to parenthesis, circle full is equivalent or close, equivalent to bracket. Two different ways to express the same idea. Now, what's my answer? Well, my answer is, help me, guys. What do you consider as the final answer? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Help me to select.
Sí.
C or B? What do you say? What letter you say?
C.
You're right. C. Any question? Wow, too much. I suppose que we continue next time. Next time, Tuesday. I suppose que everyone send me the test on paper. I try to grade as soon as possible. Yeah, I posted your grade. You can see your grade in Blackboard, the Miami-Dade College, right? And also, any problem you have, don't hesitate, pero to communicate with me individually by email, private, okay? Yeah, I try to solve in the best way possible.
So now we do the test, correct? On Alec.
You sent me, right?
I sent it to you through your email, the one that I did on paper.
Okay, super.
So now we do Alec.
Do Alec, go ahead.
And then how much time do we have to do Alec? That's what I'm worried about.
Technically, it's due today at midnight.
Right.
I don't know if you have problem or no. If you have problem, you let me know. And we negotiate one due date. Okay? So you have problem with you are sick.
No.
Okay, no. In private. No now. Not in front of my classroom. In private, you let me know. What's your problem?
It had nothing to do with privacy. Is when I start doing Alex, how much time do I have to complete the test on Alex?
1 hour is 1 hour and 45 minutes, I guess.
How much?
1 hour and 30 minutes, I guess.
No. We have no limited time. Well, you have limited time, no?
Yes, yeah, Professor, we have 1 hour and 30 minutes. And it's at 2:30, I guess. It's not to midnight. It's there like it's to 2:30.
Right.
2:30?
Yes, Professor.
I can change that. Okay, wait, let me copy that. Do you say, okay, I have limited time? I want to change. You want no limited time?
No, correct.
Infinity time. Okay, infinity time. And also, it's due not at midnight, at 2:59. I want to change right now.
Thank
you. I want to change right now.
That was my question. It's for everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question, Professor. It's a private question, but I wanna know now because, Professor, I sent to you my tests, but I made some mistakes there.
Yeah, I saw. Don't worry. I select the last option.
Okay, Professor, I'm gonna send you now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I can leave.